The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
Weatherford, Oklahoma, the site of this Great American Conference Women's Soccer Championship match for 2021. An NCAA tournament bid is on the line here this morning in Weatherford, and we have a great and anticipated matchup between these two schools today. The number 2 seed, the Oklahoma Baptist Bison, and the number 1 seed, the Southwestern Lady Bulldogs. Hi, I'm Joey McWilliams. Glad to get to be with you here this morning. It is an absolutely beautiful day in Weatherford. As you might imagine, in western Oklahoma, there's a little bit of wind today. 13-mile-an-hour wind coming in from the southwest. Beautiful skies, a little bit overcast out here, but the sun is shining. And we have two teams that are no stranger to one another. Met twice this year, and each one coming away with a victory. Oklahoma Baptist coming in 12-5-1 and a 5-2 win 2 days ago against Northwestern. Southwestern coming in 13-5-1 and a 2-0 victory over Ouachita to make it to this championship match today. We talked about the fact that there is an NCAA bid on the line. Regional rankings, the most recent rankings, have these two teams both in the top 8. There will be 8 teams that make it out of the Central region into the NCAA tournament, and Oklahoma Baptist in at number 7 right now, Southwestern at number 8. We'll talk about that and a few more things about these regional rankings a little bit later on. As we're getting ready to get started, we will be getting the starting lineups to you as well. Oklahoma Baptist wearing the dark uniforms today, a very, very dark green. Looks almost black out there right now. The black shorts, numerals in white. And they are the visitors on the scoreboard. The number 2 seed, Southwestern, will be wearing the white uniforms. Numerals and letters in blue, little checkerboard blue on the sleeves. Ready to get things started today. In goal for both these teams, Oklahoma Baptist has Ireland Jeffrey, the 5'5" freshman from Plano, in goal, and Southwestern, Ashley Hughes, a 5'10" freshman from Sydney, Australia. Great American Conference getting things underway here, and Oklahoma Baptist will control to get things started today. Bison's starting lineup will look like this. As we read the numbers to you, you should be able to see them on this GAC Sports Network broadcast. Southwestern sending it to the east side of the field, and Jeffrey will clear it. Starters for Oklahoma Baptist, wearing number 4, Ashley Baker, a freshman. Wearing number 7, Madison Williams, a junior. Wearing number 9, Hannah White, a senior. And it is a senior-laden team for Coach Mike White. Wearing number 10, Kaylee Swanner, a sophomore. Wearing number 11, Tori Kitchell, a senior. Wearing number 14, Kelpsey Minson, a senior. Number 15 is Abigail Parker, a grad student. Number 17, Kimmy McKinney, a sophomore. Number 20, Annie Louthen, a freshman. And number 24, rounding out the starting lineup, a senior for Oklahoma Baptist as the Bison control. And it will be pushed out by Moreno. Starters for Southwestern look like this. We talked about Hughes in goal. Wearing number 4, a senior, Kylie Martin. Wearing number 5, Astrid Trolley, a freshman. Wearing number 7, Brenna McGurk, a sophomore. Number 9, as the pass is cleared out, and the Bison continue to move it around. Number 15, Michaela Swain, a sophomore. Number 9, Tiana Watkins, a sophomore. Number 17, Bree Benitez, a sophomore. Number 18, Anna Bager, a freshman. Number 19 is Nicole Petrino, a junior. Number 20, Elizabeth Moreno, a sophomore. And number 21, Desiree Rodriguez, a sophomore. As Oklahoma Baptist will get another opportunity. We talked about these two teams and a bunch of upperclassmen for Oklahoma Baptist. On the far side, looking to push it inside. Cleared by Moreno again. And the Bison will throw it in. 7 seniors on this OBU team, including 3 super seniors for Coach Mike White. Had an opportunity to visit with him just a little bit earlier as a pass inside. And a little bit of deflection there as Hughes is able to take it, and she'll be able to send it the other direction. So his team comes in with some confidence. Little momentum. And the phrase that he used more than once was, this group wants to keep on playing. Little push off by Evans. Kitchell now. And we may see that match up a lot today, as Coach White had mentioned. They know these two teams. They know each other well. Depends on how they play, and it really is all about the matchups. As Evan throws it in. Moreno lets it get past her. The push, the cross, and high and to the right. An opportunity early for Oklahoma Baptist, and it goes away. Parker tried to push that in, and it went high and to the right. So Hughes will set it up to kick this time. Southwestern trying to get a good look here. Watkins. Pass, McKinney takes it away. And Evans will bring it down. Oklahoma Baptist has been to 5 consecutive Great American Conference tournaments. It's a 4-team field. Last year playing again for a championship, as OBU has done a number of times. That match in Shawnee went to overtime, and Ouachita came away with the victory. So a new champion will be crowned this year. Each of these two teams have won their share of GAC titles. And it's been a regular occurrence for the tournament itself, as it is hosted by the top seed, to be in either Shawnee or Weatherford. That one's going to get past White. Collision inside. Moreno will clear it. And with the whistle blow, we have a Southwestern player down, Moreno down. And as it is inside, Hughes will go ahead and take the kick. Oklahoma Baptist 12-5-1, 10-2 in GAC play. Southwestern 10-1-1 in conference play, and able to draw the top seed and host the tournament. Again, it's been back and forth between Shawnee and Weatherford in recent years. Talked about Oklahoma Baptist being in this tournament for a number of times. Southwestern, the 10th time in 11 seasons that Southwestern has been here in this 4-team field. Evans pushing ahead and over to Swanner. The matchup at the top, White. And no call. White will keep it as Martin tries to send it out, and it will go past midfield. Talk about a number of these players. If you have been watching these GAC broadcasts over the recent years, it doesn't take long to refamiliarize yourself with the Oklahoma Baptist Bison team. White, one of those players that has been around for a while, as has Torrey Kitchell, the senior. And White will push it out over to Parker. For Southwestern and Coach Mark Pearson. He's happy with the way his team has been playing as well. Again, a 2-0 victory over Ouachita on Thursday. Been able to get a number of his players back from injury and looking good. McGurk has it taken away. Martin tries to find her again, can't do it, and so it's cleared. And Evans will get past Moreno. And easily Hughes steps up. Opening 10 minutes here in Weatherford. No score. And the wind won't be a factor today, as it always is in Western Oklahoma. Southwestern currently with the wind at its back. Passes ahead, and Jeffrey steps in. Looking ahead, trying to find Watkins, can't do it. Southwestern coming in with a 7-match winning streak. McGurk in the corner. The pass redirected. Southwestern will maintain control. An opportunity that time for Bager, and she'll send it wide to the left. Both of these teams have 7-match winning streaks over the course of the season. Southwestern coming in on a 7-match winning streak, and both of them have been a part of either starting or stopping the winning streaks. Southwestern coming in on a 7-match winning streak, which started after a loss to Oklahoma Baptist. Oklahoma Baptist had a 7-match winning streak near the end of the season, and it ended with a loss to Southwestern. Push back to midfield, and Oklahoma Baptist will reset. Martin gets it back, and McKinney decides to reset to Jeffrey. Looking ahead to Kitchell on the right side. Gets around one, and the shot's a little high. And expect to see that from Kitchell as well. She'll make strong moves to the inside. The senior from Norman playing in another GAC championship. Hughes with the low kick, uses the wind. And this will stay with Oklahoma Baptist. I think they're going to say that maybe Bager had gotten rid of. No, actually, it's the indirect kick. So a foul right there. High and staying on the OBU end. Williams controlling now. Louthan finding Kitchell. Center of the field, she'll kick it back out. And looking on the far side now. Parker, the shot high off the crossbar. And kicked back out by Martin. She got the header on that one, trying to get this done. Kitchell to control it, past the mid. Louthan, and they'll fight for it. And kick back out McGurk. Will simply send this out of bounds. The opportunity there, another one for OBU early. And Parker with the shot just off the crossbar. And Hughes had to go up high for that one too. I think Hughes might have been able to get a hand on that. Anyway around, in a good position there. Get the feel early on. Oklahoma Baptist, a little momentum, controlling it, keeping it on its own end of the pitch. Evans tries the pass. No one there able to get to it. May have been looking that time for Swanner. Swanner couldn't get to it. Evans with a nice cross. And now our first corner kick. GAC championship match last year ended off a corner kick. Frankie 9 from Ouachita, the 9 ball in the corner. Here's Kitchell. The pass is high. Header is there. Redirected. Nice move on defense. Moreno there in time, and Southwestern keeps the ball out of the net once again. Evans will chase this one down, and it's just poked out by Baker. Pretty good crowd on hand here today in Weatherford. Past the 15-minute mark here. This GAC championship match, no score as of yet. Moreno, Swanner keeps it. Short pass across the middle to Louthan. And the ball stolen. Chase down McGurk. A little bit too much momentum. And Jeffrey now will control it. Number of players on both these teams making the all-GAC team this year. First teamers for Oklahoma Baptist, Tori Kitchell, Hannah White, and Madison Williams. A couple of seniors and a junior. Again, this is a team that is laden with upperclassmen. Poked out by Swain. For Southwestern, Brenna McGurk, Bree Benitez, Elizabeth Moreno, and Nicole Petrino all on the first team, all GAC. And Petrino, the defender of the year, After the whistle, Petrino, we just mentioned her. Strong kick. It's going to go past everyone and back down to Jeffrey. She'll redirect. Parker will move it back to the middle. And no one there, no one coming across. And so it's Hughes. 8 teams will come out and into the field for the NCAA Central Regional. Again, the next to the last regional rankings having come out. And both of these teams are in the top 8. Fares well right now. Have to think the possibility strong for 2 from the league making it into the NCAA tournament. And as we look at that, Oklahoma Baptist, the number 7 team in the Central Region, Southwestern, the number 8 team, the number 9 team, Augustana out of South Dakota, lost in its conference semifinals. So the automatic bid, obviously the route that both of these teams want to take to get into the NCAA tournament. But you have to think that both would have a strong case, win or lose, to be playing beyond this GAC tournament championship game today. Bison had 5 goals in their semifinal match against Northwestern a couple of days ago. Tori Kitchell with a hat trick. Kitchell now with 9 goals on the season. Martin allows Southwestern to keep it on its own end, and the Bison quickly send the other direction. Southwestern bench, as you might hear, excited about that strong defensive play. Evans keeping it ahead. That's going to go past the back line. Here in the early going, Oklahoma Baptist with 4 shots, Southwestern with just the 1. And that's been really the story here through the first 20 minutes. Oklahoma Baptist has been in control, kept the momentum. A couple of freshmen in goal here today, including Hughes, as you just saw. She has her work cut out for her today. Little contact there, and Moreno still on the grass. She'll walk it off. These 2 freshmen have been pretty strong this season in goal. As Oklahoma Baptist clearing and wanting to take it the Bison direction once again. Ireland Jeffrey, save percentage of .827, and Hughes of .817. And you would think that Hughes will have more opportunities today from a team like Oklahoma Baptist that has been as prolific offensively as it has. Leading the GAC in goals scored this year. Moreno sends it out, and that will allow the Bison to reset. Swanner. And now the other direction. Benitez. Haven't had much chance to call her name so far. She's been huge for Southwestern offensively this season, stepping in and making her presence known as the season has gone on. Bager trying to find Watkins, can't do it. Coach White talked about the matchups and how key they are. Southwestern having a bit of a height advantage across the board. And McKinney now chasing that one down. And Moreno there. I believe there was contact with the hand, so this will allow the indirect kick here for Evans. Pass is high. And the defense clogging the lane. OBU came into this tournament leading the league in goals scored with 44, just ahead of Southwestern's 43. 5 more on Thursday, though. Next goal for the Bison would be the 50th of the season. Kitchell had 3, and she's not going to get a good look this time. And instead, Oklahoma Baptist will get a look. Free kick here. Defense trying to stay tight on Kitchell. It draws the whistle. And now Louthan. They'll have an opportunity for Oklahoma Baptist. It's a pass. And Hughes will let it go to the left. Louthan trying to find her team coming through. No one able to get there to receive the pass, and Hughes will allow that to go on through. So Southwestern dodges a bit of a bullet there. Another early opportunity for Oklahoma Baptist. Last season's championship match, Oklahoma Baptist had a few opportunities, not able to take advantage of them, and the one goal from Frankie Nine last year proved to be the difference. Takedown in midfield. And Kitchell, she locked up with Petrino. Or excuse me, that is Swain. Swain a little slow getting up. free kick for Southwestern. And you're going to see this some too as teams match up for the third time this season, with as much on the line as is here with the automatic bid. There, Petrino. A long pass down the field, taken away. Parker now. Bison keep it in play. White. And Oklahoma Baptist will reset. This could be chased down by Watkins. McKinney looking to get it back to midfield. The matchup with Swain and Kitchell continues to be there. Southwestern's Defender of the Year and Petrino. McKinney keeps it going. Midfield, here's Kitchell, she'll reset. And Oklahoma Baptist will bring it back in. A little bit of discussion going on now. We bring a trainer out. There might be blood. So Southwestern will look at that. No score here. Clock is stopped as we are into the 28th minute here in the first half. By the way, that's Brenna McGurk, the sophomore from Albuquerque, New Mexico, who is being attended to for Southwestern. It looks like she's going to stay on the pitch here. No, I thought she had to go off, and so the official says, yeah, she's got to go off. So as she steps out, and comes back in quickly. Out for just a few seconds. Oklahoma Baptist in. Petrino there. Brings it back. Contact, and there's a whistle. Oklahoma Baptist traveling from Shawnee, just a couple of hours to get to Weatherford. And you can hear it's not quite as much a Southwestern crowd as you might think, because the Bison travel pretty well as well on a Saturday here in early November. And you can hear on the field is Coach Pearson asking for an explanation. Why did the clock stop? Stop the clock, I guess, because of the injury of the player. Here in the 29th minute. And the clock gets started again. And you may have heard Coach Pearson say, well, if they're going to stop the clock, then Should have been because a trainer came out on the field to attend to the player. That didn't happen. Where do you look at that then to go, do you want a shorter game or a longer game at that point? And how does this benefit home field advantage here for Southwestern? Haven't seen a lot of substitution, by the way, from either one of these teams as Watkins pushes over to McGurk. Watkins trying to find an opening in the middle, can't do it, and Oklahoma Baptist will clear. And Southwestern trying to find a position where it has a couple more opportunities. Again, just the one shot today. And as I mentioned, I haven't seen too much substitution, if any at all, today. We're about to see substitutes for both these teams come in. And here they come for Southwestern. Juliana Rocha. And for Oklahoma Baptist, Katie Fowler. Rocha, a junior from Bogota, Colombia. Katie Fowler, a junior from Norman, Oklahoma. Look inside, pushing it back out. Moreno's there. But just like that, Fowler into the contest and trying to bring a little speed. These OBU players have been here before to the championship match a number of times. Even most recently in the spring. And it does sound a little bit off to talk about the championship being in the spring, but of course with all that went on due to COVID over the last couple of years, the 2020 soccer season did not happen in the fall. It actually happened in the spring of 2021. And the championship match played last spring. And these are a couple of teams that have been practicing and staying, or trying to stay in shape and in condition for an extended period of time. If you think you might get to play in the fall of 2020, you need to stay in condition. Turns out that didn't happen. The season would be pushed back to the spring. Both these teams playing well into the spring. And of course, a quick turnaround into the fall. So there hasn't been much of an off season for either the players or the coaching staffs. When all is said and done, once this season is over with, that'll probably be a welcome break for everyone concerned as we get back to something resembling normalcy here. Hughes now will start again. Stay with Southwestern. Talked about the opportunity that Oklahoma Baptist has had more chances so far today. 5 shots, really no shots on goal. 4 Bison players have at least 6 goals coming into today. Louthan and White both with 7 goals. Kaylee Swanner has 6. Kitchell with 9. With this now on Southwestern's end, and Moreno could not get a good handle on that one. It's going to take it the other direction. And Petrino will just send it down and let Hughes take care of it again. Williams content to just let the defense now set up for Oklahoma Baptist. Southwestern not with too many opportunities. Southwestern's only loss in Great American Conference play this season was at the hand of Oklahoma Baptist, and Kitchell now will take it the other way. Trying to find Parker. That's going to go off Parker. Nice job by Moreno to get down and get in position quickly. Evans controlling it for OBU. White and back to Louthan. And again, the pass. Kitchell waiting for it. High. Martin goes up. Sends it back. And it's going to stay with Oklahoma Baptist. Now the Bison with a couple of opportunities, throw-ins here on the near side. Just 10 minutes or less than 9 minutes remaining here in this first half. Nice job by Minson. Keep it on Oklahoma Baptist end. And she's there again. Bison in control here in the first half. Nothing to show for it on the board, though, yet. Fowler trying to find Kitchell for the pass. Kitchell will keep it. Pass over Evans. The shot looked like it may have touched the crossbar there. Hughes was there. Nonetheless, the Bison come up empty once again. Hughes not in a hurry as she allows her teammate to take care of a little bit of an equipment issue. Martin retying her shoes. Kylie Martin, a senior from Tucson, Arizona. There's Kitchell again. Trying to find Evans, and the pass is ahead of her. Evans is going to kick it back in. Thought it was going to go beyond the end line, and Hughes now to reset once again. Evans has had the last couple of opportunities for Oklahoma Baptist. Still not the good look that they need. Louth and Fowler taken away. And high from Moreno means that Jeffrey will be able to collect it and reset. And it's a really interesting look, too, because if you look at the flags in each one of the corners, they're blowing opposite directions at times. Here at the SWOSU Athletic Complex, of course, the softball field and the baseball field are also here, and the soccer pitch as well. To the south behind our vantage here in the press box, there are a number of trees that are there by design to help break the wind. It's going to get around it and come in from either side. Main thing is that the wind, even though it looks like it may be coming in from the east there in that far corner, it's still strongly pushing from the west at the back of the Bulldogs right now. And the Bison will have that at their back in the second half. Moreno, she'll kick that past the back line. Another substitution now. Oklahoma Baptist will send in Keeley Hampton, a senior. Another one of the seniors here on this OBU team, senior from Rockwall, Texas. And again, Jeffrey kicking into that strong west wind. That'll get the distance she wants, kept it low. Evans will keep it in bounds now. But won't get it back. A nice move by Rodriguez. And she'll just send it all the way down. So Jeffrey will get another opportunity here. Less than 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Still no score from this GAC Tournament Championship. Don't forget, we will have the men's championship match tomorrow. And it's set to get underway at 1 o'clock from Bethany, Oklahoma, campus of Southern Nazarene University. Kitchell pushes it ahead. And the pass redirected by Petrino once again. Kitchell trying to find Hampton. Hampton some fresh legs here in the first half. Can't do it. Bison want to keep it. McKinney. A header. And easily into the gloves of Hughes. So Ashley Hughes, one of two Southwestern goalkeepers, excuse me, that have won GAC Goalkeeper of the Year, along with teammate Kirsten Dill. Each won Goalkeeper of the Week once this year. Pass, header, redirected, and cleared. Trolla was there for Southwestern. Stays with the Bison. 2 minutes remaining. Looking for Fowler, and Fowler had it taken away and tries to get it back. A little too much contact. Southwestern, I don't think they're going to be content to just let the first half run out, but may want to resituate just a little bit at the half. Coach Pearson have an opportunity to talk things over with his team. One more substitution looking to come in for Southwestern, Summer Bass, a freshman from right here in Weatherford. I don't know if she's going to make it in before the intermission. It's a steal. Southwestern looks to go the other way. Taken back. Hampton looks ahead. White is tripped up, and White now will have a kick. The clock rolling, and then it stopped, and looks like it's stopping and starting right now. Clock continues to run here. One more good look for Oklahoma Baptist. Annie Louthan, freshman, 15 seconds left. There's the shot. Hughes there. Steps in. She'll corral it. She'll save it. And the closing seconds will wind down here in the first half. We go to the intermission. Southwestern and Oklahoma Baptist tied. No score here through the first 45 minutes of this GAC Women's Soccer Championship match from Weatherford, Oklahoma. And we're going to take a break. Be back with more here on the GAC Sports Network.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it because first is who we are.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what is character, culture, and Christ? Creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere they go.
SWASU has been saying that the focus is you for 20 years. Now that I'm here, I know my voice matters.
It's a true home away from home where the professors really do put the focus on me and my dreams.
Open the door to your future at SWASU. Go Dogs!
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question: what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character.
Back home, the world seems small. Here, it has expanded.
I've been challenged and have grown in knowledge and in spirit.
I've been part of something bigger, something special.
Surrounded and supported by new brothers and sisters who were once strangers.
And my sense of community and my role in it has grown too.
Harding University, a community of mission.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books, and big tests. But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
It's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
It's about finding our place.
And living and learning with people who care about you.
This is home.
The communication.
Hey, what you doing this for? Just out here for recreational purposes? No. Working, man.
Mission today is to work hard until you can't go no more. It's always a team mission. Can't get nowhere without the team. It takes everybody.
1, 2, 3. Hey, you better be open. You better be open. Man, listen. It's only one attitude that you gotta bring. Let's go. That you need to bring.
Work. I mean, we come out here every day to get better. If it was easy, everybody would do it, man.
We work out on the street, you feel me? We the best in the nation. We outwork y'all. We outwork anybody. We always grinding, always getting better. Every time I come through these lines, no matter where these lines at, work. Maximum effort. Let's go.
The professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore at Southeastern, and we help make this video.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books, and big tests.
And the long journey you'll take to achieve your dream career.
But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
Instead, it's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
Believed in us.
It's about how we feel when we're on campus.
It's about finding our place.
It's about family. You may not always know exactly where you're going, but at SAU, it's about discovering yourself and living and learning with people who care about you.
It's about finding your home.
It's about being home.
This is home.
As a student athlete, I've been challenged both in a classroom and on the field. Between the education that I've received and the relationships that I've built, my time at Henderson State University has prepared me to live ready.
My college journey allowed me to become a versatile musician, a well-rounded student, and a stronger person. My experience at Henderson State University is why I live ready.
In life,
things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Nil-nil after one half of play here in Weatherford. Good afternoon. We've made it into the afternoon now. Still pretty chilly out here, but it's a wonderful day for soccer. GAC Tournament Championship, an NCAA berth on the line, the automatic qualifying berth on the line. The winner of this contest will move on to the NCAA Central Region Tournament, and it's possible the loser as well. We'll talk about how that breaks down and take a look at the Central Region just a little bit later on. In the meantime, first half and some of the statistics, as Oklahoma Baptist has had 7 shots in the first half. Southwestern just 1. Oklahoma Baptist with 1 corner kick. Those shots for Oklahoma Baptist, 2 from Kitchell, 2 from Parker, 1 from Louthan, 1 from Evans, 1 from White. For Southwestern, Anna Baker with the only shot for the Bulldogs in the first half. Oklahoma Baptist 9 fouls, Southwestern with 4. Oklahoma Baptist with just 1 shot on goal. Ashley Hughes with the save. As the volleyball tournament set to get underway. It's an abbreviated volleyball tournament last year. From our perspective and getting to broadcast that, though all 12 teams were in it. We just had a chance to see you during the semis and the championship. Back to the wonderful confines in Hot Springs for the championship tournament, and that will get underway on Thursday. In the meantime, Oklahoma Baptist and Southwestern now getting ready to go back out. And I talked about just briefly that these two teams are both in the Central Region rankings. And a little breakdown as these teams are getting set to go back out. Central Missouri, the #1 team in the Central Region, will be playing for the MIAA Championship with a win in the semis over Central Oklahoma, be taking on Emporia State. Emporia State defeated Northwest Missouri in the semis, and so the MIAA Championship tomorrow between Central Missouri and Emporia State. In the Northern Sun, also in the Central Region, Bemidji State playing for the championship for the first time in school history, defeating Concordia St. Paul. Minnesota Mankato defeated Augustana in the semis, and so it's Bemidji and Mankato in the championship for the Northern Sun. What that means for these two teams, Oklahoma Baptist, the #7 team in the region, Southwestern, the #8 team in the region, Augustana, the #9 team, and as I mentioned, lost in the Northern Sun semifinals. Minot State lost in the Northern Sun quarterfinals. And so with both of these teams playing in the championship here in the Great American Conference, you have to think both teams would have a good shot of making it to the Central Region Tournament, win or lose here today. Of course, the winner gets an automatic qualifying bid. The loser would have to wait and see for the at-large, but It does look promising for the Great American Conference to get 2 teams into the tournament. That all remains to be seen. We'll find out for sure on Monday. In the meantime, as the second half has gotten underway, Oklahoma Baptist picking up where it left off, moving now from west to east here at the SWOSU Athletic Complex and keeping things on the Bison end of the field. Again, with the wind at their backs now, Hughes will step in. She has 1 save on the day. When we talk about Ireland Jeffrey, 6 shutouts this season. She's allowed only 9 goals on the year. Oklahoma Baptist has won 9 of their last 10. The lone loss coming against Southwestern. Southwestern has won 10 of the last 11 and are currently on a 7-match winning streak. Pushing into that west wind. Kick not as high, really. I don't believe is what the Bulldogs had wanted, so it's going to stay now on Southwestern's end. See if the Lady Dogs can make something happen here. Just the 1 shot this afternoon. McKinney will chase it down and get it over to Jeffrey. Southwestern looking to try to make something happen on its own end. Can't do it here, and Oklahoma Baptist will take it the other way now. Taken back. Pass ahead to Bass, and she'll let that one go out. Bass was set to check in, by the way, at the half. Didn't get the opportunity. Summer Bass, a freshman from Weatherford, Oklahoma. Talked about some of the all-GAC players for both these teams, and both well represented on the all-conference teams. Oklahoma Baptist, we mentioned first-teamers Kitchell, White, and Williams. Hannah Evans, Annie Louthan, and Kimmy McKinney all on the second team. And Kaylee Swanner, Ashley Baker, honorable mention. Passes there, turns and try to make something happen, and goes out past the back line. For Southwestern, we mentioned McGurk, Benitez, Moreno, and Petrino all on the first team. Michaela Swain, Claire Torrey, Desiree Rodriguez, and Ashley Hughes all on the second team. And Tiana Watkins, an honorable mention, all GAC. Rocha couldn't control it. And Hughes steps in. Again, the wind, a bit of a factor here. Strong from the west, so Hughes trying to kick it. She's not going to get the same distance that she did in resetting as she did in the first half. Some contact, and the foul will mean that Southwestern will send it the other way. Bison not particularly happy with that, Swanner in particular. Coach Pearson set to make another substitution here in just a moment. Swain looking to check back in. Evans stopping, has an opportunity, and quickly stepping in, Benitez.
Subbing in for the Bulldogs, number 15, Michaela Swain.
Swain checks in as Bass will take a seat. Parker keeps it with the Bison. Baker, the pass, and White not able to do anything with it there. So Hughes once again. Into now the 53rd minute here. Busy time of year all the way around. Soccer winding down, volleyball winding down. Final week of the regular season in the Great American Conference in football. And playoff spots possibly on the line today here in Division II football and Super Region 3. And the basketball season has gotten underway as well. So a busy time for fans. Good crowd out here today at the SWOSU Athletic Complex in Weatherford. There'll be folks watching basketball today as well, and some folks from Southwestern making the trip up the road to Alva to watch that rivalry matchup on the football field. Strong kick into the wind. Header, Rocha. Since stay with Southwestern, looking inside. Nice job. Watkins sends that a little bit to the right. What you might expect from two teams in this championship match, from one perspective, this one's going to go with Southwestern. From another, these are the two top scoring teams in the league. But as Coach White mentioned, it's all about the matchups. And these two are matching up tightly on one another. Pass ahead. Bison there. Stays with Southwestern, now redirected. Three headers moving the ball down the pitch. And Swain, and that one ultimately goes out, stays with Southwestern. Back in quickly, Benitez trying to find an opening, she can't. And this will result in a corner kick now. First one this afternoon for Southwestern. Rodriguez in the corner. There's the pass, the header. Won't go Southwestern's way. Parker sends it ahead. Bison looked like the numbers favored them for a moment. Now it's going to go the other direction. Benitez looking ahead and taken back. A nice pass. Swanner will get it back. Numbers down the midfield. Pass to White. A little too strong. And McKinney. Kitchell can make a one-on-one move. The shot. The goal. Kitchell. Well outside the box. Finds a way to get it inside the left corner and past Hughes. Torrey Kitchell, the senior, has Oklahoma Baptist on the board. Coming off a hat trick on Thursday, Kitchell with a great move. And she gets it done. And now Southwestern will be playing from behind for a moment. It's been back and forth. Oklahoma Baptist with opportunities throughout the morning and here into the afternoon. And now another look. White. Pass to Kitchell. Gets past her. She's going to fight for it. Staying with the Bison. Evans. Giving it back to Kitchell. She has an opportunity here, one-on-one. Shot, this one will go high, well high. Torrey Kitchell with goal number 10 on the season. And that is goal number 50 for the year for Oklahoma Baptist. And the momentum shift is pretty much tangible now here at the SWOSU Athletic Complex. You can feel the momentum definitely on the side of the Bison. Even coming out of halftime, there's picked up the pace, moving a little more quickly now. Player down for Southwestern. Oklahoma Baptist still moving. White. Shot redirected. And a player still down for Southwestern. It'll go out. We'll stop play for just a moment now. And that is Rocha that is down for Southwestern. Trainer will come out onto the field now. 59th minute here. One 0 the score. Kitchell. Her goal in the 57th is the difference in the game right now. Only the second shot on goal on the afternoon for Oklahoma Baptist. Again, 50th goal of the season. And for Oklahoma Baptist, you have to think this is just exactly where the Bison want it to be. As we've talked about, Jeffrey, with 6 shutouts already in the year, allowing only 9 goals this season. Substitution now as Brendan McGurk will come back in. And McGurk like she's sporting a bit of a shiner herself. One of the things Coach Pearson talking about earlier, the fact that he's glad to have some of his players back from injury. As that one caught up in the wind, Benitez trying to do a one-on-one move. Contains it, and that one put out by Baker. Corner kick on the way now for Southwestern. Glad to have some of his players back from injury. Had some injured players already today. Roach's come out, and McGurk had play stopped for her a little bit earlier today. Rodriguez in the corner for Southwestern. Bulldogs with a look, trying to tie this one up. Header. Jeffries sends it out. But it's another corner kick. This time in the far corner. Benitez, she's been key on offense. Low pass. Benitez, she'll fire that one high. Header by Martin, collected by Jeffrey. And even the pass is going a little bit high, fighting that wind. Stronger passes are floating a bit for Southwestern on the Bulldogs' end of the field. There's the kick for Petrino. High. Watkins there. Jeffrey comes through, and it's cleared by Oklahoma Baptist. Fighting for it midfield. Kitchell comes away, passes over to Swanner, can't get it back. Long pass down the pitch. Past the first 15 minutes here in this second half. Hughes staying deep on her own end. Not wanting to come out, put herself in a bad position. Substitution now for Oklahoma Baptist. Katie Fowler comes back in. And Kaylee Swanner will take a breather. Evans now wanting to make a move, finding Kitchell. Martin stayed pretty tightly on her today, but Kitchell got open one time. Evans, shot, taken in by Hughes. And the Bison are going to keep it. Evans is going to have to chase this one down. She's not going to get there in time. Rodriguez fighting for it and clearing out. Let this one just go. Now she takes it away. Bulldogs pushing ahead now. Watkins can't contain it. Pulls up a little lane. And the pass. And no way for Swain to get there that quickly. Look out there at the Southwestern end of the field, and Bulldogs, the throw in. McGurk. That shot, not there. Can't control anymore. And I talked about the fact that she's been sporting a little bit of shiner. She got hit a little early on, contact made, and underneath her left eye, a little black and blue. Bulldogs content to pass around just a little bit on their own end. Finally trying to get it past midfield. Parker pushes ahead. Fowler wants to give it back. Kitchell's going to chase it down. Can't get there. Nice job by Mart. Another substitution now for Oklahoma Baptist. Keely Hampton checks back in. Senior, for a senior, as Evans takes a break. Midfield, there's Minson. Shot high, well high. And not always indicative of how a game goes. You look at the stats throughout, and all the numbers really on the side of Oklahoma Baptist. And again, not always indicative, but today, the one goal on the board belongs to the Bison. 12 shots now for the contest, 3 shots on goal. To just 5 shots for Southwestern, trying to find an opportunity here. Pass stolen once again. There's McGurk. Pass ahead. Benitez looking to make a move to her left. And there's the shot. Jeffrey steps in. And this one's going to go just out the side off Oklahoma Baptist, so no corner kick here. Nice job by Ireland Jeffrey. Doing her part to see if she can collect another clean sheet here today. Closing in on the midpoint here in the second half. Jeffrey will just walk up and slow this down a little bit. Watkins is going to make her work. Moving downfield, Baker, the only Bulldog with a shot in the first half. That one will dribble its way into Jeffrey again. Strong west wind here on this east-west field. I would imagine unless you feel really, really confident in your offense and what you can do, you would not want to have the ball in the first half going with the wind in the, or against the wind in the second half. One in the second half, Hampton chasing it down. Wants to make a move, can't do much. And throw in, redirected. We have a player down right now for Southwestern, Rodriguez, after contact. She's going to walk it off. Desiree Rodriguez, sophomore from Forney, Texas. Low kick. Oklahoma Baptist will keep it. And there's the whistle. You may have gotten a good look on that one. Benitez just grabbing Kitchell by the arm, trying to drag her down. So here's the free kick for the Bison. A 1-goal lead and just more than 20 minutes to work off the clock. Passes high, Kitchell header. Trying to find Fowler in the middle. Kitchell with the shot will go left. And for Oklahoma Baptist, can it hold on to a 1-goal lead over the host Southwestern Bulldogs? Tori Kitchell with the goal, her 10th of the season in the 57th minute. Oklahoma Baptist aggressive. Defenders quick to the ball. Now possibly an opportunity. Watkins looking to the corner. Bager, and she loses control. It'll be Bison to throw it in. Fans from both sides, neither happy with the way things are going down in front of them on the far side of the field. And when it comes down to the wire like this, and the season on the line, potentially, it's going to bring out the intensity in the fan base. Lots of families here. Shot from Southwestern, and that one's too strong for Rodriguez. A little high, a little to the left.
Subbing in for the Bison, number 24, Hannah Evans.
Hannah Evans is coming back in now, and this time she'll replace Parker. Jeffrey keeps this one low this time. Pass to Baker. Shot as Jeffrey will slow this one down. Now she'll collect it. Swain, one of the better looks for Southwestern. White just nice job sending that behind her, staying on the Oklahoma Baptist end now. And pinning the Bulldogs back. And Ireland Jeffrey, great job of hooking that to keep that one in bounds. Uses the wind at her back. Southwestern trying to look ahead now. Pass, Baker. She tries to find Watkins inside, can't do it. And Oklahoma Baptist once again will be able to slow it down and reset. Rocha checking back in for Southwestern, for Baker. It's a younger team for Southwestern this year, a number of freshmen and sophomores on this squad, and we talked about the upperclassmen and how many there were for Oklahoma Baptist. Coach Pearson said he likes that. It's good for him to have that many that are young, going to bring them back. And, of course, for many players, the next little bit, the COVID year, still a factor. Header, looking Evans, shot high. Little high for Evans. And Oklahoma Baptist with yet another look. But now for Southwestern, you have to think you have a number of players with more playoff experience, conference championship experience as well. Kaylee Swanner checking back in for Hannah White. Swanner getting involved quickly. Watkins looking back. Benitez. She's been key again as of late offensively. Southwestern hasn't really been able to get it to her consistently over the course of the afternoon. Someone's going to have to step up, though, for the Bulldogs. And if it's not Benitez, who will it be? Trying to push ahead. Moreno is there. Elizabeth Moreno, a sophomore from Allen, Texas. Pretty good job in the first half, keeping Oklahoma Baptist at bay. Some strong defenders for Southwestern, including Nicole Petrino, who again, Defender of the Year. She won the GAC Defensive Player of the Week 4 times this season. And there she is to clear that one. Watkins. Now looking back, trying to find Benitez coming through, and she'll reset top. Over to Trolla. Long shot, and it goes a little wide. Astrid Trolla, again, talking about the youth movement here with Southwestern, a freshman from Denmark. One of 3 players on this Southwestern roster from Denmark. We talked about the youth, then let's go back and talk about the upperclassmen. Players on this Oklahoma Baptist team is Fowler now looking ahead. Slows down, waiting for her teammates to come back through. Opportunity now. Williams had it taken away. Kitchell will get it back. And Kitchell just bullying through and putting McGurk on the grass. And this gives Southwestern an opportunity now. So upperclassmen, as Coach White said, they want to keep playing. Been here and done this before in this championship match. Last year didn't turn out the way that the Bison wanted it. And there's the pass ahead. Baker can't keep it. It's going to stay with the Bison, and Evans sends it the other direction. Rodriguez was tripped up. Kitchell doesn't understand exactly how that happened. Just more than 10 minutes remaining here. And the Bison with a 1-goal advantage. Parker set to check back in for Oklahoma Baptist here in just a moment. Try and find McGurk, can't do it. Stay right here. Bison can't contain this one. Hampton can't bring it in. Clock continues now under 10 minutes. Bulldogs need a look. To the far corner. Swain trying to get a shot. That one drifts behind the net, so Jeffrey will slow it down and bring it back in. Substitutions now coming in for both teams. For Southwestern, Anna Baker comes back in. And for Oklahoma Baptist, Parker and White check back in now. More precious seconds tick off the clock for Southwestern now. How many more opportunities will the Bulldogs have here? Kitchell trying to take matters into her own hands, chase this one down, and we have collision between Rocha and Kitchell, and a yellow card has been issued. And the collision looked like both players making a play on the ball. Yellow card issued on Kitchell. And now Southwestern, as the clock stopped for just a moment, the pass ahead, and no one there in a white jersey, so Jeffrey able to come up and bring it in. Pass across the middle. Not there. Cleared once again for Oklahoma Baptist. McGurk looking back. And it's fought for hard in the corner. Watkins with a look. Instead, it's going to go the other direction. Kitchell with the one goal. Time winding down. Southwestern needs a look. Benitez. Been a big part of the Southwestern offensive firepower as the season has moved ahead. And she'll push it back out. Oklahoma Baptist really has gotten the better end of the matchups today. Watkins can't bring it in. Couple of opportunities. Now McGurk. The shot is going to go to the right. Southwestern with a couple more opportunities now as the second half is wound down. You feel a little bit maybe desperation. Less than 6 minutes remaining. I would say the Bison are content to keep it on their end of the field. But every time you see Tori Kitchell come down that way, you know that she's a threat. Hughes steps up, and she'll collect it. Wants to get rid of it quickly. And with the header, it makes just past midfield, but Oklahoma Baptist will get it back. Evans passing ahead to Kitchell, and she'll chase it down. Benitez comes out on her. Kitchell tries the pass, and it's cleared. Less than 5 minutes remaining now. Oklahoma Baptist looking to earn an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Try to move up in those regional rankings a little bit, if they can. Rodriguez, left side. And the whistle's blown as we have a takedown. Nice job by Rodriguez to work it through. And the whistle went against Southwestern. Contact both ways. Oklahoma Baptist benefits. Evans to Swanner. Makes a little move and looks over to Parker on the far side. Less than 4 minutes remain now. And the Bison done a pretty good job of controlling the afternoon. Southwestern may get a couple more looks here. Pass ahead. Watkins just can't get the header. And that was as nice a pass, I think, as we've seen this afternoon. Benitez tried to find her teammate, couldn't get there. And here's Jeffrey. McGurk trying to move it ahead to herself, can't get it. Rocha, McGurk now. Swain trying to chase it down, and McKinney. Little contact there. It's going to go to Oklahoma Baptist. So that was last touch, Southwestern. Less than 3 minutes remain now. No, that actually was the contact. Whistle blown on Southwestern. Free opportunity now for Oklahoma Baptist. Bison pass it ahead to no one in particular. And Hannah White expecting Evans to be down there, and when she made the pass, she looked ahead and saw there's no one there. Southwestern will get it back. Swain, that will drift in the wind just a little bit. Rodriguez trying to chase it down, can't get there. And Watkins sees it drift over her head. And now the Bison are going to play keep away. See if they can keep it on the Oklahoma Baptist end. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Benitez tries to get around Baker. The shot, Jeffrey is there. Ireland Jeffrey, with 6 shutouts this year, would like to make it a 7th. These two teams again split during the regular season. One minute remains now, and Oklahoma Baptist with a berth in the NCAA tournament in the Bison's sights. Kitchell, the pass on the header. It's going to be chased down. And time is ticking away. Evans has it. The pass across the middle, looking inside, shots high. But for Southwestern, not much time remaining. Possibly one more opportunity. Bison bench can feel it. Hughes kick ahead. Evans. And Swanner chases this one down. The Bison have just chased and caught a championship. Oklahoma Baptist, 2021 Great American Conference Women's Soccer Champions. They do it on the strength of the goal from Tori Kitchell. Their 50th goal of the season proves to be probably their favorite. A 1-0 win for Oklahoma Baptist today. And Oklahoma Baptist celebrating that. They know, as Coach White said, they want to keep playing. They're going to keep playing. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Find out a little bit more about this all-GAC tournament team and more. Oklahoma Baptist GAC tournament champions here in 2021.
While studying chemistry, I learned so much about science and even more about myself. The professors at our school are amazing. They made a difference in my life and prepared me to make a difference in the world. Thanks to Henderson State University, I live ready.
Yeah, I've got choices.
I'm ready for my future.
Your future, your choice.
It starts from the moment you enter the court. When we walk into a gym, we're hated by 50% of the people and we're loved by 50% of the people, depending on the outcome of the game. My name is Garrett Daggett. I'm from Akron, Ohio, born and raised. Came to Spokane in 1994. Basketball was really it was intertwined in my life. In Akron, Ohio, basketball and football were the mainstream sports. My family was known for playing basketball through my uncles and then some of my older cousins, and then me. Got to be on a couple of championship teams, went to college, ran track in college, did high jump, long jump, triple jump. Anything to do with jumping or running was in my forte. When I was in the Air Force, I played for the base team, and you play in those intramural squads. Serving your country was one thing, but basketball was the thing that I wanted to be doing. And so I had an opportunity to actually play for the all Air Force basketball team. And that was serving my country in a different manner, in that we had the ability to meet guys from different military backgrounds, Air Force, Army, Marines, Navy, and there was this tournament that they would allow us to play in. But as an official today, we really are, we're there to serve the schools, the students, most importantly, to make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game, and it's just been wonderful.
My name is Hannah Shehaber. I'm from Oak Lawn, Illinois. Been a soccer official for 21 years. Moved here at the age of 9 and been living in Chicago ever since. In Dubai, where I grew up, soccer is literally the #1 sport. There's nothing like it. Parents and uncles and cousins or whatever, that's all they watched is soccer. That's all they played is soccer. So that's all I knew was soccer. At the time, I didn't want to play sports. I was very active, but it wasn't in my head, oh, I want to grow up and play soccer. Females in general in the Middle Eastern culture are not encouraged to be in sports. I realized that I really truly loved soccer when I was a freshman in high school. The first year they started a soccer program for the women, and I just wanted to be on that team, the first team, and that's when I just fell in love. I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made because it made me see things in their lens. And the crossover wasn't really that difficult. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not? Regardless of what culture you are, regardless of gender, regardless of anything. Why can't I do it?
My name is Kaylee Kimura, and I'm a basketball official and volleyball official for the NCAAs. I'm also an international basketball official. Getting into sports started when I was pretty much coming out the crib. My mom was a school teacher for physical education and also dance and art. And my mom was a coach for multiple sports. My dad was a psychologist. But of course, my mom took me to all the practices, so that got me started early. My first sport was soccer, and then I got scholarship for volleyball at Cal State Ole. My relationships with officials coming up was hot and cold sometimes. I was definitely one of the more fiery athletes, especially when I played basketball. I felt like sometimes I would block a clean shot and then a whistle would go and then I would have some words. And so I was one of those people that would definitely speak up if I didn't feel like the call was correct. But in terms of my overall relationship with them, there was much respect, and I definitely remembered the ones that were doing a good job. I played basketball with some of the officials that are my mentors and have started me on that route. I think when I was objecting loudly to a call here and there, my officiating friends would razz me and they would be like, you should definitely do this, They brought me in, they took me under their wing and they said, come to this camp. My first camp was the Ed Kikuchi basketball camp, and it was for beginners. I wasn't even in a high school unit yet. It was a good first experience for me, and they were very encouraging, so it kind of kept me on my progress through.
My name is Gene Sterator. I was an NFL football official for 15 years and a college basketball, Division I college basketball official for 27 years of my life. I got into officiating because my father was an official. Really from the time I was born. I was one of 7 children, and officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game. That was the experience for my family. It was the the opening up and exposing the children and the family to colleges and to different cities and that type of life, which really was, as I look back, one of the greatest gifts that I got from officiating. And then jumping into the officiating itself opened up an entirely
here in 2021, as we are going to get to hear about the all-tournament team here in just a moment. As we mentioned that, I want to say congratulations to the Bison for the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, and Southwestern awaits the opportunity to be an at-large team in the NCAA tournament as well. Commissioner Will Pruitt for the Great American Conference is downstairs to present the all-tournament team, along with Associate Commissioner Audra Keedy. Try to get that across to you. As Northwestern's Tiara Campbell, the freshman of the year, newcomer of the year, making the all-tournament team, as well as Jamie Dotson from Ouachita. From Northwestern, Caitlin Bedart. From Ouachita, Abby Moore. From Southwestern, Tiana Watkins. Nicole Petrino, also making the all-tournament team. Defender of the year. Elizabeth Moreno on the all-tournament team as well. Those are your three from Southwestern. Oklahoma Baptist, Ashley Baker on the all-tournament team. Strong afternoon from her. Madison Williams on the all-tournament team as well. Abigail Parker. Kimmy McKinney named to the all-tournament team. And the all-tournament team MVP, Tori Kitchell. You know, you wait until it's officially said, but you have to know Kitchell was the MVP. A strong afternoon for Victoria Kitchell. She had the game-winning goal. Her 10th of the season, 50th of the year for the Oklahoma Baptist Bison team. Southwestern is number 8 in the regional rankings, and though runners up here in the GAC today, still an opportunity for an at-large bid as we start to wrap things up here from Weatherford. Southwestern still a chance. They'll find out on Monday. The winner of the Great American Conference Tournament Championship and the automatic bid, the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. And seniors coming out to collect the trophy from Commissioner Will Pruitt and get the banner as well. Celebrating a championship that in the spring eluded them. They hosted the last tournament, and Ouachita came in, took the championship in overtime, but those upperclassmen remember what that is like, and they are able to come away with a one-goal victory this time. It's on the road, but I'm sure it's just as sweet. Get that trophy in the picture there. Don't forget, tomorrow we have more coverage of the Great American Conference here on the GAC Sports Network as the Men's Soccer Championship. And the winner to be determined there as well. tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. It's going to be Northeastern State taking on Fort Hays State. And that match in Bethany, Oklahoma. Please tune in for that tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And don't forget coverage of the GAC volleyball tournament starts on Thursday as well from Hot Springs. 8 teams, and the field has now been set. 8 teams ready to get things going in Hot Springs. We're going to wrap things up here from Weatherford. Again, Oklahoma Baptist, your winners of the 2021 Fall Championship for the Great American Conference for Mason Woolbright and the entire GAC Sports Network crew. I'm Joey McWilliams. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you in around 24 hours in Bethany. Talk to you later. God bless you. Have a great afternoon.
The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation